Okay, it's out now. So you have a warning says EV mode unavailable, battery too low, and 202.9. So about 2 kilometers in EV mode. Cool. Yo YouTubers, what's up? Welcome to Thai Auto News. Today I'm gonna review the 2023 Nissan Kicks e-Power V trim, which is the lower trim in the Nissan Kicks lineup in Thailand. And I'll be driving this car from Chiang Rai province to Chiang Mai province. We'll be covering a lot of mountainous roads, a lot of cornering and uphill, downhill to test out the performance of this REEV, which stands for Range Extended Electric Vehicle. So actually this is a nice car to drive. But before checking out the video, please support our channel. We just got only 16,000 followers, so we need a lot more. By clicking the subscribe button as well as the bell icon to help us grow the channel, and you'll also be informed of our latest car reviews from Thailand. ขอบคุณมากครับ Okay, so now we're on board the Nissan Kicks e-Power V trim. Well, what does V trim means? This is the lower trim in the Kicks lineup. I mean, at the top you get the VL All-Tech version, which comes with basically everything, including ADAS and stuff like that. But for those who want to save some money and they're not crazy about the intelligent safety systems, you can go for this V trim and save at least 70,000 baht. And actually, in my point of view, personally, I'm not crazy about ADAS, so this would be a really nice choice for me. Okay, so we're starting off in a small village right now, so not yet on the highway or the mountainous roads yet, but just checking out the local scenery. This is Chiang Rai, so a lot of northern style architecture. See that? Just like that, you know. So very popular tourist destination for visitors, both locals and foreigners. All right, I'm on the highway now, so let's talk a little bit about the powertrain of the Nissan Kicks e-Power. When this model was first launched in 2020, Nissan actually advertised this car as a hybrid powered car that offers you an EV experience. So what's that mean? This means that the 1.2 liter gasoline engine in the Kicks is not used to propel the drive wheels, which in this case is the front wheels, but rather to generate electricity for the electric motor that drives the front wheels. Well, so when you accelerate this car, you might hear the engine revving up considerably, but all the power generated is used to produce electricity. So in terms of acceleration, it would accelerate just like an EV. So that's pretty good as well. Nissan claims that the electric motor can generate up to 136 horsepower and 280 Newton meters of torque, giving it pretty good on-road performance. And in terms of fuel economy, so in this case the fuel economy is used to generate electricity, and the figure is claimed at 26.3 kilometers per liter. So it's At first, a lot of people really were confused by this kind of message because is it a gasoline powered car or an EV? It's actually, you might consider is this Nissan Kicks as the best of both worlds. That's what Nissan would like you to believe, and in a way I kind of agree. I mean, since the engine is disconnected to the front wheels, it has nothing to do with driving the wheels at all. And the good thing about the Nissan Kicks e-Power is that it also comes with an EV button right down here. So unlike many of the hybrids in the market, this one can do some actual EV drive on its own without using the gasoline engine at all. And thanks to the size of the battery, I think Nissan claims that this one can go at least 2 or 3 kilometers on its own by using the battery power. So short commutes, perhaps to the convenience store or places near your home, you can really run on EV mode, and it's totally silent, no engine running at all. And after it was first launched in 2020, the interior of the Kicks was kind of a bit, plasticky and not so much luxury or soft touch areas. But last year, Nissan did a small improvement for the interior of the Kicks. So now we got a lot of soft touch materials and a much better atmosphere in the cockpit of this car. But one thing you should be aware of is that the Nissan Kicks isn't a big car at all, and apart from the compact exterior dimensions, the interior is not that spacious, and particularly the seats. I'm a tall guy, 6-footer, and the seats of the Kicks might appear a bit small, and if you're like a big body guy or on the fat side, overweight side, you feel a bit cramped on these seats. But luckily for me, I'm pretty slim, so I fit just exactly okay with the backrest and the side bolsters of these seats. Feels a bit sporty, so this tells me something that maybe the Kicks should be a good car for cornering and sporty driving. And along the way, we'll be encountering a lot of curves on the mountain, so I'll show you what kind of handling or performance it will perform on that kind of situation. Right down here we got an electronic gear shifter, which comes with a PRN as well as D/B. So D is for drive and B is for battery mode, which means you can also engage the one pedal mode, which makes it very convenient to drive this along winding routes. But perhaps in the city you might feel a bit awkward if the electric motor braking system works too much. Your passengers might feel a bit sick, but for high-speed driving, this one pedal mode is pretty convenient to use. I actually like the driving position. The steering wheel can be adjusted for both reach and rake, and I have a pretty sporty seating position in this Nissan Kicks. Although this car comes with a gasoline engine, it's not that noisy. If you're driving, cruising at 80, 90, 100 kilometers per hour, you can hardly hear the engine noise. So it's pretty quiet in terms of the sound from the powertrain. Although while overtaking, you'll have to endure some noise from the high engine revs from the gasoline engine. Right now I'm cruising at 100, 105 kilometers per hour, and there's no engine sound at all, just some wind noise. So which is a normal occurrence, because for example with EVs, although there's no sound from the powertrain, when everything's quiet in the cabin, naturally you'll hear more noises from outside. other the wind noise or the other vehicles on the road. Never noticed that. And that also includes the noise from the tires and suspension. When everything's quiet inside, you'll hear more from beneath the car. Alright, so listen to the engine sound while I overtake. But speaking of the overtaking performance, thanks to the 280 Newton meters of torque from the electric motor, the overtaking performance is pretty okay. Although you still can't compare it to full EV cars. Those cars are crazy these days. I mean, check out the figures of the latest electric cars from China. Oh my god, it's like hypercar performance, you know, in terms of acceleration. Although you can be sure the suspension or braking system much inferior to real hypercars or supercars. This is asphalt road I'm driving on. The comfort level pretty okay, nothing to complain about. I haven't reached the winding part of this route yet, so once we get there, I'll discuss the handling, the steering, and the suspension of the Kicks again. When I reviewed the Kicks for the first time back in 2020, it didn't come with Android Auto, and one of you viewers really complained about it. You know who you are, Zimmerly. But okay, now they've got both Android Auto and Apple Carplay, and as you can see, I've connected my phone through the USB cable here, and we do get Google Maps, you know, to display on this center touch screen. So hope you're happy, Zimmerly. I'm driving in the city right now, so let's try out the EV mode right here. EV light comes up and engine is shut down. So right now I'm just driving this car like an electric car. But let's see how far I can get with this mode. This is 200.9 kilometers, so okay. Still on. So let's stay, we started from 200.8. Now it's 201.2, still on, EV mode. Of course, you've got to maintain low speed, so if I start accelerating, I'm sure the light will go out. So cruising at about 70 kilometers per hour, still doing fine. Okay, so 1 kilometer already, still in EV mode at this speed too. 70. I'm going 80 kilometers per hour and EV mode still on. So 1.6 kilometers already. Hey, still EV. Okay. Okay, it's out now. So you have a warning says EV mode unavailable, battery too low, and 202.9, so about 2 kilometers in EV mode. Cool. Right, increasing speed right now. Got some open road. One thing I enjoy driving this car is that there's no ADAS, so no lane keeping, lane changing bullshit, and I enjoy it, you know. I can touch some parts of the road, you know, on the lane markings, and no crazy warning. Pretty good. Already 120, 130 kilometers per hour right now. According to Google Maps, the road ahead is quite winding already, so this would be a good opportunity to test the handling of the 2023 Nissan Kicks e-Power. When this car was first launched in 2020, Nissan organized a performance driving event at Pathum Thani Speedway, and I was already impressed then with the sporty handling of the Kicks e-Power, so I'm pretty sure it's gonna offer me some nice driving pleasure along this part of the route. Let's start with the suspension. Front we get MacPherson struts plus stabilizer, while the rear is a torsion beam setup. And steering, electronically powered steering, which has been finely tuned. Whenever I drive a Nissan vehicle, whether it's a passenger car, sports car, or even a pickup truck, I'm always confident that I'm gonna get some nice handling from the good suspension tuning of the Nissan engineers. And actually the Kicks e-Power is no different. Alright, some long curve in front. Very little sideway rolls. So nice composure in the corner. I'm going fast now. Wow! Quite grippy as well. This is a famous part of the route between Chiang Rai and Chiang Mai. And during the rainy season, a lot of accidents in this part of the road. Whoops. Gotta be sharp when you're driving in this area. We're going a bit downhill now, but it's gonna be uphill, downhill a lot from now on. As you can see, there's a barrier between this direction and that direction because a lot of accidents. Look at the steering, I'm turning left and right. In the olden days, this is like very narrow and dangerous road to drive, but these days they've been improved, so we got multiple lanes and a lot of nice inclines, a lot of nice bank parts of the road to help your vehicle stick to it. And as well, a nice place to test drive a car in terms of steering and suspension. Brakes are this all round as well. So vented disc up front and solid disc at the rear. Okay, we got a small like a checkpoint over here. Slow down a bit. In the olden days also, Chiang Rai was a point where drug dealers or traffickers, they pass through to get stuff down to Bangkok and other provinces in Thailand. Very famous Golden Triangle areas. Yeah, they come through this part of the province as well. The seats are helping to keep me in place during hard cornering as well. So if you like sporty driving, the Kicks is pretty, that's offer a pretty good performance in this respect. Nice long curve here, left and then right next. I think I'm going pretty fast, but the tires are still gripping well. No sound, no screeches from the tire yet. Of course you can hear the engine working to pump, to generate the electricity from the generator, to drive the generator. So this might be the only setback in terms of driving satisfaction, because the sound of the engine is not sporty at all. It's like ooh. At least you know what Nissan can do. Just make the sound sportier. That's it. That's an easy solution, but this sound is like Okay, so this day after driving the Kicks e-Power, today we do a small walk around to see how attractive the exterior design as well as the interior. So let's start with this large glossy black front grille, which definitely adds some nice luxurious touch to the Kicks. There's also a good number of chromium parts for a nice contrast. I particularly like this headlight design. LED of course, but you do get some small detailing over here, and this part looks really nice, this horizontal lines. Here, down here we got the fog lamp housing, also glossy black garnish. So the chrome, the glossy black, and all these really I think it's nicely done. Not too flashy, but not boring at all. So looks nice. Well, this V trim doesn't come with ADAS system, but you do get 360 camera. So there are a few cameras located around the vehicle. Right here we've got 17-inch alloy wheels, dual tone coloring, looks pretty nice with Continental Eco Contact 6 tires, 205/55. That's the protective trim right down to the lower part. So in case you drive this thing on gravel roads, all stones and stuff won't scratch your paint. Continues right to the end, but it goes up. Roof rails, shark fin antenna. Down here. This is the exhaust for the engine, the internal combustion engine, and as mentioned, sounds pretty not so nice. So I'm not sure if you can change this, get some mufflers, and perhaps it might sound better when you accelerate. Okay, so let's check out the luggage compartment. This one doesn't come with kick gesture, but it's pretty easy to open the tailgate. Very light and goes up nicely. Let's check out the interior. I've got some luggage over here. There should be like a cover here as well. We took it out, and the seats, as you can see, can be split, folded, and there's some nice utility hooks over here as well. This part is indented inside, so I don't have a golf bag with me, but should be able to hold. A good thing is that I think women can also drive this car and use it easily. This thing closes easily, not too heavy at all, and closes with a nice high quality sound. Unlike the top VL trim or the Autic, you don't get this center strip, but it still looks pretty okay. I like the design of the Nissan Kicks e-Power. Let's check out what's under the bonnet of the Nissan Kicks. Not too heavy. Let's see. Oops. The 1.2 internal combustion engine that doesn't drive the wheels, as mentioned, just powers the generator. This is the hybrid system. Looks pretty neat. I mean, the engine alone would be so small over here, but with this hybrid system, it fills up the engine bay quite nicely. So when the Kicks was first launched back in 2020, the interior was kind of crappy. It's like all plasticky and not so many soft touch areas. But last year, Nissan gave this one a nice interior improvement. So right now you enjoy more soft touch areas in the interior, starting with this door panel with nice stitching as well. The glossy black trim continues to the interior. This is soft as well. Actually, the whole thing, you know, there, right down to this part of the armrest, all soft. Okay, below that, still plastic, but pretty normal for cars in this class, or even luxury cars. You still got like plastic door panel on the lower half. The seats are pretty small in my standard, although I can fit nicely with really good support, natural support from these side bolsters. Pretty sporty seating position in the Nissan Kicks. Perhaps if you're a big person or heavyweight, you might feel a bit cramped on these seats. More glossy black decoration over here, and soft touch parts continues to the center console with stitching as well over here. So this part is nice, and this is soft as well. So a lot of addition in terms of soft touch area in the interior of the Nissan Kicks. Let's fire up the engine. Start stop buttons over here. Welcoming graphics here as well. Right hand side, analog speedometer, but this part is a nice digital screen that yeah, shows all sorts of information. Well, in our last review, we did the Toyota Yaris Active, and that one was exceptional. It's not common for Japanese manufacturers to offer you a full digital screen, and as you can see, this is a good example. Nissan Kicks not fully digital, even though it's a hybrid electric vehicle. But okay, that's probably the fashion with the Japanese brands, not like Chinese. If this was a Chinese car, it's gonna be fully digital for sure. Continuing to the center touchscreen. As mentioned, when the Kicks was first launched, it didn't come with Android Auto. I think it came with only Apple Carplay, but since then it's been upgraded, so you get both Android and Apple connectivity here. As you can see, bottom left, there's the battery graphics. So now we got some electricity there, and it's increasing since the engine is running, so it'll keep on charging the battery. But for hybrids, this battery is pretty large. I think it's almost 2 kilowatt hours, offering you an EV mode of up to 2 kilometers, actually at even high speeds. Yesterday when we drove it on the mountains, so yesterday we covered like 280 kilometers. Average fuel economy was 16.4, which may be a lot different to the claimed fuel economy, but you know what, we were going quite fast yesterday. I was like performance driving through the winding roads. This is a drive computer over there, so let's play around with it. Driver assistance. Let's see what this one has. Emergency brake, right? Parking aids, driver attention alert, low temperature alert. Not for Thailand, maybe. So hot over here. Chassis control. Let's see what's that. Active trace control. So I've got to check what that means, but sounds good. Okay, back. Okay, this is the graphics for the energy flow. Okay, I haven't connected my phone yet. Bluetooth not connected. Right. This is the fuel economy graphics. Okay, that's pretty it. Here we got multifunction steering wheel, all sorts of buttons, but pretty easy to use. And the steering offers a really nice feel. V-shaped flat bottom with thumb rest. Feels nice in the hands. The steering wheel can be adjusted for both reach and rake. So I put it up a bit, and this is just right for me, so let's lock it. Down here we don't get a wireless charger here. It's a pity. This is the V trim, but you do get an electronic parking brake as well as a brake hold function. But here's the EV button. You press it. Oh, EV mode unavailable right now, so I think there's not enough power in the battery. But here you have drive mode selector, and you can switch from eco to normal to sport. Okay, back to, I never like eco anyway. Normal is fine. Gear lever and pretty modern looking electronic shifter. BRND and B is for battery mode, and in battery mode you also get one pedal function, which is pretty convenient. If you get once you get used to it, it's very convenient. You don't have to use the brakes so often. One of the things I don't appreciate at all with Nissan, you know, you still get this this remote is so old already, and they use it for so many models across the product lineup. I think this one should be updated already. Not too much space down here, just average. Here we got cup holder, which is adjustable. You can put bottles here like that. Not so much space here, just a little bit coins over here maybe. As you can see, not much space between the front seats. The armrest also a soft touch, nice, but as you can see, very narrow still. Remember, this is like subcompact crossover, I think. Okay, so let's check out the back seats. I'm a 6-footer, and the front seat has been adjusted to my dimensions. Okay, yeah, the seats are a bit firm at the back, which might be good for your spine, but not too comfy. Although as a 6-footer with long legs, I still got some leg room left, so not too bad. I could feel a bit comfortable here as well with this soft, nice armrest. We do get 2 USB ports here, which is very good for this day and age, but sadly there are no air vents for the rear passengers, so that's a downer, because in Thailand it's pretty hot, and to rely on the air from the front only might not be enough. And one thing that's missing is also no center armrest. Maybe a good improvement could be center armrest over here. Due to the narrow interior, maybe this is only for children in the middle. You can't fit 3 adults comfortably here, but I'm not complaining. This is a subcompact crossover. Headroom, wow, okay, headroom is nice. I'm, as mentioned, 6 foot tall, still got that much headroom. Alright, so that wraps up our review of the 2023 Nissan Kicks e-Power. So although this car has been around for a few years, there are some still nice attractions to this hybrid, or may I call it the REEV. That's the latest trend in calling this kind of range extended electric vehicle. So if you enjoyed our video today on the Kicks e-Power, don't forget to support our channel by clicking the subscribe button. It's going to help us out a lot. As mentioned, we just got like 16,000 followers. Long way to go. At least we should get like 100,000, hopefully sometime in the future. That's all from me today. Sawadee krap.